Anyone else love hiking in the winter, but hate when you have cold, wet feet? What about that water crossing you thought you could handle until water seeped down into your waterproof boots? Yeah, good luck getting those to dry. Hey everybody, what's going on? I'm Frozen and thanks for joining me. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, go ahead down below, hit that subscribe button and click the notification bell so you know when I post new content. The topic today is going to be winter footwear. What the heck do you wear between 20 and 40 degrees Fahrenheit? That's Celsius for those in literally every other country out there that uses Celsius. So my go-to solution for winter footwear was my Gore-Tex Salomon boots. They're insulated with something called Thinsulate, which keeps your feet pretty nice and toasty even when the temperatures dip down below freezing. And these worked very well for a while until I started to get comfortable with winter backpacking and started wanting to do longer trips in the winter. I have a big problem with a lot of weight on my feet. Like many others, I suffer from IT band syndrome. It's a terrible little thing that makes your knees feel like you're literally getting hit with a hammer. So I needed to find another solution that worked well for me other than trying to rock these winterproof heavy boots that just ended up causing me pain by the second day. That solution was to wear my non-waterproof trail runners, just like I do on 3-season backpacking trips. However, I did add one item to the mix, and those are waterproof socks. So if you've never heard of these waterproof socks before, they are not a gimmick. They actually are legit. I've used them for several hundred miles now, and I can attest to their performance. I do recommend Sealskin brand waterproof socks, but there are many others. The reason why I like Sealskin socks, you may ask, it's because of their lifetime warranty. If at any time that you notice that water is getting in your sock, they will warranty these out. It's similar to the Darn Tough Exchange. So when it comes to these waterproof socks, let me first go over what this material feels like. This is a very weird feeling sock, and I'll be honest, it's not the most comfortable sock that's ever been made. It does take some time to get used to, especially if you're like me and you're really picky about what you put on your feet. The outside of the material is this nylon and elastane type material, giving you the stretchiness of a normal type of sock, but it feels like one of those neoprene sleeves you would slide over your knee, kind of like a knee brace kind of thing. That's the material on the outside. On the inside, however, it's just standard wool type material that will absorb some of the water. It will wick away the moisture from your feet and dry really, really quickly. Now, what makes this sock is the material between. It's some kind of waterproof membrane, very thin waterproof membrane. The one caveat about this membrane is that it cannot take a lot of heat. So if you're thinking about drying your socks when you get to camp out on a fire, don't bother. You'll actually melt the membrane and water will start to seep through. And I do believe that that was my problem after talking to a customer service rep when I got back from the Appalachian Trail. These guys come in 3 different weights. You have the mid, you have the thin, and then you have the very thick, right? So the thicker they are, the better for winter conditions. What I recommend is get the mid. These are the mids, and that's what I constantly find myself using when it comes to winter backpacking. Now, how I would typically use these socks on a winter backpacking trip is I would wake up, I'd put my socks on, do whatever I need to do, hike to the next camp, and then only when I was ready for bed would I take these off. They maintain a decent bit of warmth on these guys, especially if you put a sock inside of this when you get to camp. That's what I noticed to really help me out. Carry a warm pair of socks, or maybe even just your standard hiking socks that you sleep in for bed, and put these over top. They'll still wick away the moisture inside, but you don't ever have to worry about having water in this sock. And this has been really working out well for me, and I just bought this new pair to replace the ones that I screwed up. So everybody, that's just what I do. I like to wear waterproof socks with my trail runners in the winter when there's not a lot of snow on the ground, and for any of the other times, I am right back to the boots. So, what do you use on your feet for winter backpacking? Let me know down in the comments, and I hope to see you on the trail. Have a good one, everybody. The Great Smoky Mountains in North Carolina and Tennessee. Wow. And click that button down below. Down below. It's already starting off great.